How are y'all in the house with your husband 2 and 3 months at a time and ain't putting out?
It's because they withhold sex to manipulate their men and exercise some form of power over him. Like, this entire modern Western version of marriage is just a setup to put women in a position of power over men. Like, before a man drops down on his knee and does this whole ritual, you will notice that a lot of these women deserve an Oscar, acting like they like to cook, pretending they're gonna give up sex all the time, acting like they're agreeable. And the second you sign the contract, they flip and start arguing and using sex as a leveraging piece to get you to do what she wants. And you can't get sex from somewhere else, because if you do, because of the contract, she will get half your assets. That's why that isn't marriage and you should never sign it. Like, it's the most emasculating position a man could be in. Monogamy has never been a mandate. Well, not for my ancestors. But if you truly find a good woman, she could be worth making it exclusive. Because a lot of people out here got diseases. Remember, Middle Eastern women are raised to be wives. African women are raised to be wives. American women are raised to take advantage of you.
Let's get into it, shall we?
We present to you a Rome Productions.
What is good, everybody? If you're first time viewing my content of this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be discussing something that a lot of people, they've been talking about it for the past couple of years, and especially has been talked about ever since the uprise of Kevin Samuels and the Manosphere movement. This whole issue concerning what goes on in America, monogamy and marriage, and whether or not men should even look into being in a relationship with a woman. I've made videos in the past concerning the basis of marriage. I made a video, I believe it's almost been a year, but it's been about 6 months, 6 or 7 months. Alpharonomy talks about how monogamy does not benefit a man, being in a relationship with a woman does not benefit a man, all this other type of stuff, so on and so forth. And I thoroughly break down in that video, and I even break down in a video back in the summer concerning something that Kevin Samuels was talking about and some other people in the manosphere was talking about concerning being in a relationship with a woman. I essentially break down that a man needs a woman and a woman needs a man, and that we are biologically made for one another. We are biologically made for one another. Now, granted, there are some messed up situations concerning what happens to men in relationships when it concerns marriage. However, this is what we call a fallacy, because just because you have certain things that go bad in a relationship or in a marriage in this present day in this country that we call America does not mean that that is the all be all or the essential outcome of a marriage. See, the centerpiece of a marriage is communication. And you should establish boundaries in that person, or you should establish boundaries in the standard of your relationship when y'all get to know each other before you put a ring on it. See, you'll know who a woman is just based off of communication. Most of relationships end because of lack of communication. I didn't know this person was this way. I didn't know this person was that way. And of course, some people, they'll put on a show for you because they want to come out and make it seem like they're just the best person to be with. I'm not saying that certain people don't exaggerate certain things when you communicate with them, but after you get to know somebody for a certain while, for a little bit, you begin to understand who and what they truly are. Furthermore, the westernized perception of marriage is pretty messed up. And my perception of marriage comes from more of a Afrocentric standpoint rather than what you would call a Eurocentric or westernized standpoint. So in an aspect, he is right on that particular issue. And he does mention near the end of the video that if you're going to be with a good woman, it's better off that you make it exclusive. So I'll give him that, right? At the same time, I don't like when men on social media push that it's better to be in a polygamous relationship than a monogamous relationship, because you first need to master being with a woman than just to be with 3 women. Like I don't know what men perceive when they think of being in a polygamous relationship, but it's not like you're just going to be having a roster of women and you're just going to recycle them back and forth. Okay, I'll deal with Charlotte on Monday, and then I deal with Sharkeisha on Tuesday, and then I deal with Latoya on Wednesday. That's not how this works. you're going to be with these set of women for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So in polygamy is practiced in many different ways concerning culture. Aside from that, being with 2 to 3 women for the rest of your life is a handful. And that's something that you don't see on social media because they want to masquerade it and give it up to you as something that is way better than being with just one woman. And then they want to make the women who are in polygamous relationships seem like they're selfish. It's beyond me. In conclusion, I do agree with what this man has to say. I will say, though, that when it concerns women in America, I won't say that they have been taught to take advantage of men. I think that is a misconception. I think you have a lot of women in America who have good relationships with men. A lot of women in America do know how to treat a man well, and that is based upon family and traditional values. Whether that's influenced by westernization or whether that's influenced by their own particular culture, we do not know. What I do know, though, is that concerning my background and how I see things, I look at love and family from an Afrocentric perspective. And if I live according to that particular tradition and live according to those values, I'll live A-OK with being with a woman and creating my family. So, share your thoughts in the comment section below concerning the matters at hand. How do you feel about the perception that we perceive as marriage in this day and age concerning this westernized world? How do you think a marriage lasts? How do you think a marriage is supposed to function? Is it based upon culture? Does marriage function, or does it last personally for you based upon culture and values? Let's talk about the functionality in how healthy a marriage should be and stuff like that. And how can we influence and push a positive image for black love? You know, let's talk about it in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with other people. Until next time, I'm Tyrone, and I am out.
Found me a black woman, so I got my backbone. Got it. Black man with self-love, I choose to love black only. That black woman. Whoa, black love is that strong. My jeans black like back home. Like back home, like Africa, like back home. Black love black only. Black woman, my backbone. Black woman, my reflection. Black queens.